All right, y'all. Coming to you tonight. Um, Not on live, just through video because I've been going through some stuff in my head lately. And today was one of those days I didn't really want to talk to too many people. I said a few words, um, and I kept to myself. I want to talk to you guys about pain. And we all endure it, and we all go through it on some sort of level, whether it be physical pain, mental pain, or emotional, whatever it is that you're going through. We have all endured it at some point in time. And for me, lately, it has been mental and emotional. And although I love talking to everybody, I needed a moment for myself. And there's a lot of people that would tell me, or that do tell me, just forget about him and move on. But it's a lot harder to do than it is to say it. Because in my head I have moved on. In my head's telling me just forget about it. But my heart has yet to let go. And I blame myself for a lot of it. And everybody says hindsight is 2020, and it's the truth. It's 100% the truth. I look back and I think to myself, what could I have done differently? How could I have been better? What could I have done to keep the love alive? And yes, I have been going out and enjoying myself and trying really hard to forget. But it's a lot easier said than done because there's so many things here that remind me of him. And this move was originally for him. The move here was so that we could be together. We can get a house. And while he was gone on deployment, I'd have everything set up and just ready for him when he came back. It was all planned out. And most of y'all don't realize that we weren't trying to have kids, but we weren't preventing it. And on Mother's Day, one of the hardest things I had to do, sit there and take a pregnancy test with him on video chat, and hearing him say, I don't ever want to see that again, because it didn't come up positive, was truly heartbreaking. And then shortly after that, I lost him. And for the longest time, nobody knew until I started posting my feelings. And then I felt bad, but I'll never speak poorly about him. Because I allowed him into a softer part of my life. And right now, I'm allowing all of you to view raw emotion and raw pain. And we all deal with pain differently. And people go out, they get really drunk to forget about it. People go and do crazy things. People stay in their houses. They stay locked up because they don't want to deal with things. And I learned that I need to keep to myself when I'm feeling these emotions. I really need to keep in my house. I need to stay to me and reflect on why I feel the way I feel. And I don't want to be around other people when I feel this way, because I'm not any fun. I'm quiet. I don't say a lot. I just kind of sit there and I fake it until I make it. And one of my friends told me the other day she didn't realize that I had a breakdown prior to seeing her. Because I faked it. I faked being happy and not feeling miserable because I'm tired of feeling this way. And I have a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. Going on. It's not just pain, it's pain, anger, it's questioning. It's questioning myself. And I know I talk about everything, and I'm very wise, and I tell you all, I am wise. I know exactly what I need to do and how I need to do things. But you take your own time to get through things like this. And I see a lot of memes out there talking about cheating and breakups and what if my boyfriend did this? What if my girlfriend did that? You see all sorts of just random stuff about what we think has become the new norm. People saying you shouldn't hang on to them and let it go. Like, no matter what it was that happened, just let it go. And some people can. Some people can just let go. And they can mask those feelings. And you see the ones that say that men are quicker to leave but quicker to return, but women take longer to leave and they never come back. Now, do I completely agree with that? No. On some degree, yes. Because when my ex-husband and I split, I left mentally before I left him physically. So when I signed those papers, tears didn't run down my eyes and say, "You're divorced." I was okay. I was content. And I have tried to move on from this last one. And I'm going to be 100% honest with all of you right now. Last night was not a good night. And the thoughts in my head were driving me insane, and I broke down. And I hate to admit this because he's not mine anymore. He's someone else's. But the only thing that calmed me down was thinking about my head on his chest and him rubbing my back. Because when I laid next to him, it felt like home. It felt safe. And it's really hard to let go when you're not done loving somebody yet. Because usually both parties are, like, yeah, no, I'm done. It's over. It's time to move on. Usually. It wasn't that for me because I wasn't ready. But I couldn't stop him from leaving, and I can't change his mind. And that's the hardest part for me. And I've probably fucked it up a million times in between him walking away to now. I've done some stupid shit. I have let my emotions get the best of me when he didn't want to speak about them. But I couldn't stop myself because I was so used to it. But I understand why he didn't want to Because when you move on from somebody, you don't want them to hold on. And it means a lot to me knowing that he does what's best for me. It just kills me that it wasn't him. And yes, I'm a grown woman. And I got my heart broken. And there's a lot of people that tell me to stay strong. And I have been doing so much better since the beginning. But there will always be times where we come back to this point where we relapse, I guess. And we go back to the starting point. And we have our moments where we don't know if we're going to make it through because you've already taken 10 steps forward, but now you're taking more backwards. And I would do anything to fix what I had because I loved him. And I haven't loved anybody since my ex-husband. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know if I loved my ex-husband. Because everybody says that true love, you never forget the way that they made you feel. Like when they loved you. But I can't think of a time when he actually loved me. But with my ex, I could think of a million times. And maybe it's because it's so fresh. But y'all are getting the raw emotion tonight. So you can understand why I haven't been around and doing my vlogs every day, like I said. It has been a week for me. And I am more than willing to talk about it, even though some people would not agree with putting all that out there. But I don't care. I don't care. We all have emotion. And no, some people don't think it's right to put these emotions out there for the whole world to see. Or consider it being weak. But I'm not. I'm just heartbroken. Like so many people in the world. And too many of us deal with it alone because we don't want to bother people with how we feel. Or we don't want people to judge us. So I'm going to tell you now that if you don't like this vlog and you think that I am weak and that I'm stupid for even putting this up, then please, by all means, remove me. Unfriend me, unfollow me, whatever. But I started this vlog to talk about things that are hard to swallow, to have conversations about life. And this is a part of life. From our high school years up until our 30s, if not beyond. Heartbreak happens. It happens to good people. It happens to bad people. It happens to all of us. And how we deal with it is how we deal with it. And I'm going to tell you, I have really good days where nothing affects me. I'm all about, you know what? Just forget about it. You're okay. You're going to do good. You're going to do great. And then I have days like this. So again, if you don't like this vlog, if you don't think or agree with it, then please, by all means, just unfriend me, unfollow me, or just don't fucking watch. But if you've already made it this far, what's the point? But I'm going to be real. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be upfront and honest because that's who I am and that's what I want. I want people to be real. I want people to be raw. And I want people to be upfront and honest. Even if the truth hurts a little bit, you should still say it. I'd rather get hurt by the truth than run around being happy because of a lie. Because lies, you have to continue to lie to keep that lie going, when you can just simply state the truth and have it put out there. And that's in life, period. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I lie to myself sometimes. But I know my truth. So I can't sit there and kid myself. So, to all of you out there feeling the pain that we all have felt or are feeling, it does get better. And you're going to have days like this. And you're going to have rough days. But don't let it discourage you from continuing to move forward. Because nothing in this world is worth staying in the past and unpacking there. Because the past isn't doing us any good. If it didn't work then, it's probably not going to work now. Unless if you change it. Change how you think. Change the way you do things. And everything will start to fall into place. And again, I say this from the bottom of my heart. It is so much easier said than done. And I wish that if I took my own damn advice, I'd probably be in a whole different place right now. Because it is so much easier said than done. But I'm never going to allow myself to stay unpacked here. I just need to take my time and get through it in the manner that I need to get through it. I need to take the time that I need to take to get through it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I say this out of the kindness of my heart, that if you don't have good intentions for me or with me or anything, and if you're not supporting me, then please do me a favor and walk away. I have had so many people in my life who didn't support me, who didn't believe in me. And I allowed them to stay. Because I was afraid to lose them. But you are not worth the fucking energy. We all have haters. But please do me a favor and go hate from afar. Go talk shit to your friends. Like normal fucking human beings. Because that's what people do. If you can't support me, I don't need you in my life. It's just plain and simple. And if you don't videotape raw emotion, then fine, so be it. That's you. But don't judge me because I did. There are people out there who needed to hear this. But for everybody who supports me, thank you. And I will be back soon enough to have a wonderful conversation with all of you. So don't think I'm abandoning you guys and not wanting to have conversations, because I do want to have a conversation. But sometimes I just need me time. But in my me time, I got my house finished. So I used it and I was productive with it. But I shall see y'all soon. Laters.